sometimes uh, when you finish a rosary, you realize that you haven't quite left yourself enough twine to be able to complete the rosary. So you'll be in a situation where you've done your 5 decades and you know you don't have enough left to do a cross. And that might seem like a discouraging, wasted amount of material and effort, but there's a very easy way to be able to attach another piece of twine so that you can finish your cross. So what I've done is I've cut myself a new length of twine that I know is going to be long enough to be able to complete all the beads that I have left, so my 3 Hail Marys and Our Father and a cross. And I have a long enough measure that I'd be able to do that. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to attach this length here to the rosary so that we can finish what we started. So the way you want to do this is make sure that both of the ends of your existing rosary that you've almost finished, the ends are manicured. And it really makes it a whole lot easier if these ends are nice and stiff, because the way we do this is we're going to end up stuffing all of these strings together into the tool. And so having a cleaner, stiffer end makes that easier. And on your new piece, you only really need to manicure one end. So here's how you do it. You're going to take the long end that you're attaching, and you're going to make an Our Father bead around the fat part of your tool so that you have a bigger diameter that you can stuff all of these strings into. So we're going to go around 5 times, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now we're going to slide the knot down so that we can complete our job. And then what we're going to do is we're going to feed all 3 ends of the twine into this knot. So I'm going to go 1. This is going to be the string that we complete the rosary with. And then the 2 ends from your rosary, just one at a time, is the easiest way to do it. And then I've found that all this string sometimes gets a little bit tangly and messy. So when you're connecting your rosary, come up over your hand instead of coming in from the side, because it just keeps the string, a little bit out of the way, which is nice. And if you have trouble stuffing all 3 strings into the knot, I use the pointed end of my shears to kind of like grab it and coax it along. And especially with 3 strings inside the knot, usually what you can end up doing is, if you have one particular string that you fettle out of the way, if you pull it, it might grab the other 2 and bring them all through for you, which is pretty nice. So we're going to just keep jamming this in there, and hopefully they come out without too much effort. There we go. So now we have 3 strings coming out of our knot. And so we're going to pull them all through. 1, 2, and 3. So now, and then pull your tool out, and then what you should have is a knot with your 2 ends going in one end and coming out the other side, and then your long piece of twine here. And then you're going to pull your knot tight. Grabbing the 2 ends from the long one. And this is actually, the advantage of doing it this way is you can really control the spacing of your knot relative to the rest of your rosary, because you can slide it as far as you want it to be. And then what you're going to do is clip the 2 leads from the rosary and make sure you get them nice and melty so that the rosary doesn't pull apart, and Same with up here. You're going to clip this one, and then you can continue your rosary.